Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, May 19th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SERoundtable.com over the past week. Got a lot to cover, but let's get started right away with the Google algorithm update. So it seems like there may have been a Google algorithm update where it pretty much lit up all the tools starting on May 17th around Wednesday, going through Thursday, and even today. Although I haven't seen much chatter in the SEO communities, the forums and stuff like that, around this update. A lot of the tools, Modcast, Algo, Advanced Ranking, Rank Rangers, SEMrush, and so forth, all are showing significant updates to the algorithm. And again, I'm not seeing major chatter. I'm seeing some chatter discussing this, and here's some of the chatter as you can see. But you can see here, Modcast is showing significant changes on the 17th. You can see a huge rankings change over here in terms of the tracking tools, showing these massive swings around May 17th, May 18th, and so forth, as you can see over here. Here's SEMrush, you can see that stuff. And of course, John Mueller is joking around. Yeah, I'm seeing, things are going to heat up until Saturday and Sunday. He's just joking around. But there definitely were some changes in terms of the tools definitely showing these significant changes in Google algorithm. The chatter less so. So I'm still not 100% confident that there was an algorithm update. It might have been. Again, it's not impacting the webmasters that much, and I'll keep an eye on it over the weekend to see what happens. So keep an eye on that as well. Google I/O was this week, so a lot of stuff coming out. I was actually there for the keynote day, which is pretty cool, just to be in like a movie, like a venue like that, with so many nerds with you. In any event, a lot of stuff around Google Assistant and Google Home was announced. Google Assistant's coming to the iPhone. It's out on the iPhone. You can actually download it. It's a separate app called Google Assistant. Google Home added a bunch of features, including calling directly from the phone. They're adding calling in the coming months from there. Google came out with a Google Goggles replacement called Google Lens, which is actually built into the Assistant and to Search. And a bunch of other stuff are coming out around that. So definitely take a look at the Google blog around all these announcements. It was pretty significant in terms of what was coming out. Google confirmed at Google I/O that they're releasing Google Job Search, or Google for Jobs, they're calling it, which is basically what we covered a few weeks ago when we saw the beta, where Google's actually you do a search for jobs online, construction jobs, jobs in this area, whatever it might be. Google's going to show you job results from sites, from specific people who are employing, as well as LinkedIn and other job sites. So it's pretty cool. And it's nice to see Google's actually rolling that out. Google's John Mueller said, basically, somebody asked him, are there Googlers that fully understand the complex algorithms? And somebody wrote that it's very unlikely that even Google's engineers don't know the exact composition of their highly complex algorithm. Is that true? And John Mueller said no. So basically, John Mueller is saying Google, or specific Googlers at Google, know the complex algorithm fully. We'll see if that's true or not, but people have been saying it's not true, and I think Google has told me that it's not true as well. Again, it's just a one-word answer, so who knows. Google's testing dropping the feature snippets from the core results. So what you see here is typically when you do a search for something that brings up a feature snippet, this is the feature snippet, and in the actual results, the main result is a duplicate version of that within the snippets. But people are saying that now if you search, sometimes you'll get the feature snippet, and the feature snippet will not be in the 10 core blue links. I wasn't able to replicate this, but definitely there are people who are able to replicate this. I don't think necessarily it's a good idea, but we'll see what happens. Remember we discussed a few weeks, probably a few months ago, that Google had a top webmasters, top SEOs, types of carousels, best actors, and so forth. Well, Google's dropping that. If you do a search for like best SEO companies, Google has dropped that carousel. Now, if you do a search for best actors ever, you used to get the carousel. Now you're just getting a featured snippet. So Google's dropping that, which is a good move. I don't think Google should have that. It's a good thing that Google's dropping that. Google said they may automatically go ahead and no-follow internally, like not count the links for widget links. So if you have massive amounts of widget links, you have a widget that was so popular back in the 1900s, early 1900s, before the web was out, and people embedded it on their website. Google would then, and all of them embedded it without having any no-follow tags. Google would then go ahead and automatically no-follow those links or not count those links. That's nothing new, but Google just said that this week. Google's John Mueller is starting a new work group to help search and work with JavaScript. So basically it's saying if you do a lot of JavaScript and you're doing things to get Google to index it and Google doesn't know about it, go here, tell us what you're doing so Google can understand better how to make search work better with JavaScript-based sites. So that's cool. Google said they are in the works of adding JavaScript code rendering in the Google Fetch and Render feature tool, so you can actually see the rendered code, not just a rendered website. Google said you should definitely use anchor text and image alt text in your web page content and your source code so that it's good for search engines, it's good for people who need it. Google Maps is testing a new feature where they're highlighting the amenities or features of a certain local location. So if you do a search, you might go ahead and see these little icons here: quiet place, good for kids, it's casual, it's on critics list, it's a great beer selection, great cocktails. I assume this stuff is coming from the reviews that are left in the Google reviews section for those listings. Google Hotels search is showing pricing trends. We covered this as a test, I think in January, and now it seems to be rolling out. You can actually see the trends of pricing by day, or by week, or by month, which is pretty cool. Google AdWords has changed their ad rank threshold. So this means that two things. One is it's on a query level, and also that they are I don't know who's. They're on the, so basically it could technically mean that your CPCs, your cost per clicks, could drastically change because of this. And this is actually rolling out now, so definitely take a look at your CPC costs on AdWords, because the ad rank threshold is changing, and that will and can impact your CPCs. Moving on, we have a lot to cover. This one. Google is now adding a quality score historical view, so you can actually see your quality score over the history of those ads. All you got to do is go to the modify columns, click on show quality score historical. There's also landing page experience, ad relevance, and expected click-through rate historical, and then you'll see these new scores. So this would show you by date the quality score for that those keywords and so forth. So definitely take a look at that if you. It's a very nice little feature Google added there. Google has now automated the ability to schedule your conversion imports so that you don't have to do it manually. You can do it via the interface as well as the AdWords API, and there's a whole help document on how to import your conversion data so that you don't have to go ahead and do that manually anymore. You can now sign up for purchases on Google. So if you want to be in part of that, buy now with the ad, so you click on it. Let me show you what it looks like better. So here's what it looks like over here. And basically what you do is you search for something, and then Google will go ahead and bring up an ad. So here it is working. You'll see, you click on an ad, scroll through it. It's like an AMP kind of page. You click on checkout, and Google will actually let you buy it directly using Google via the ad. So it's pretty cool. That's rolling out now as a beta. So if you want to sign up for that beta, you can actually go ahead and do that now. Google AdWords is testing a new expandable carousel for price extensions. So this is covered by Jennifer. So if you click on this little arrow down, what's going to happen is it's going to expand it to show you a carousel of pricing. This is price extensions. Google is testing in the AdWords a stackable card-like interface. So here is what it looks like. You have the stackable card type of look with the reviews over here. Pretty cool. Google's also now continuing their test of their black user interface for mobile, specifically showing you blue bars also. So you see the blue bars over here with the black interface. And Google's testing icons. They're testing a lot of different things here. This is one of the many tests around the black interface that they're testing. Google's testing large arrows right and left for pagination across the search results. So I haven't been able to replicate this, but arrows right and left to go to next pages on the Google search results. Google is testing removing hotel listing prices from the search results as well. So here's hotel listings without the price. Usually you'll see the price over here, but in the test it's actually removing the price, which is interesting. Google's constantly testing this type of stuff. Google Analytics announced this week that they are now able to better track AMP-related results, AMP-related pages. which is a good thing. So your analytics may differ over the course of the next couple weeks as they roll this out. Google AdSense now said they can now go ahead and penalize or prevent ads from showing up on a page-by-page basis as opposed to a whole site. Of course, they do reserve the right to ban a whole site from showing ads, but now they can be more selective about not showing ads on specific pages as opposed to the whole site. Google AdSense seems to be testing showing more ad links, like the ad link units, the text link units. So instead of showing 2 or 3, there are people who are seeing 4 or more ads, which is technically not what Google says they do. And finally, Matt Cutts is returning to Google, at least for just a day. He's giving one of those Google Talks, Friday Talks at Google. I assume to kind of help with recruitment and discuss what he's doing at the U.S. Digital Defense Services Department, where he's trying to solve some problems there as well. So if you're at Google today, go ahead and listen to him talk. I think it's around 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific time. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Thanks for watching live. I think there were no hiccups during the process. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.